For a man, your penis is really a microcosm of your body, right? And whenever a dysfunction is arising in your penis, then it's usually an indication that there's a dysfunction happening in your body, in your mind, or psychological, mental, emotional, or physical dysfunction. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can magnetize your ideal life. If you want to learn more about sexual mastery, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos. Make sure you get my free ejaculation control course. There's a link to the video description below. So in this video, I'm going to share my 6 essentials for solid erections. So erectile dysfunction is a common occurrence in our modern society, right? A lot of men are suffering from this issue and at younger and younger ages. And a lot of men overall are not happy with the quality of the erection that they're experiencing. A lot of men lose hardness in the middle of sex, and this can be a very frustrating and embarrassing thing to experience. But fortunately, there's some changes you can make to your lifestyle, some exercises you can use to massively improve your erection quality. So me personally, several years ago, I had an experience where when I was having sex with my partner, I noticed whenever she was on top of me, my penis would start to get soft, right? Like I couldn't hold an erection. And this led me to look into methods, lifestyle changes to really maximize my erection potential. And through the advice I'm going to share with you in this video, I was able to significantly boost the qualities of my erections, being able to experience long-lasting hard erections for the duration of sex. So the first essential aspect we're going to look at is diet. Diet is very important. What you put in your body has a major impact on how your body works, right? If you're putting toxic foods and products in your body, then the body's using a lot of its energy to try to deal with these things instead of putting it into things like sexual function, right? So first, I'm gonna list some things that you'll want to cut out to improve your sexual health and your erection quality. You want to reduce your sodium intake. The American diet is very high in sodium. You know, salt is added to foods and then people put salt on their foods on top of that. Refined table salt is actually a very toxic product that's laced with all kinds of chemicals. I recommend eliminating table salt completely from your diet. If you're going to use salt, use sea salt, like pink Himalayan salt, coarse ground sea salt. It's much better for you than table salt. Table salt, again, it's a poison basically, right? But reduce your sodium intake. You can do a bit of research on what is, the proper amount for your body, but you want to make sure you don't go over your recommended intake for your body type, right? Because sodium raises blood pressure, and when your blood pressure is high, it restricts the flow of blood, restricts your circulation, and this can dramatically affect your erections in a negative way. I also recommend cutting out unstable oils from your diet. So certain types of oils, when they're heated up, they become unstable. They actually become toxic for the body and can cause a lot of inflammation, can clog up your arteries, cause, again, reduced blood flow in your body. So a lot of common vegetable oils like soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, even olive oil, when heated up, becomes very unstable and can have negative effects on the body. So I recommend not cooking with these products, not using, definitely avoiding fried foods and things like that. For cooking, I recommend using like coconut oil, avocado oil, animal-based oils, of course, grass-fed, pasture-raised animal products. These are much better for cooking with and ingesting in general. I also recommend cutting out sugar, refined sugar, alcohol, and smoking from your diet. These are some of the most common inflammatory foods, which are unfortunately staples in people's everyday lives, right? So I highly recommend starting to reduce and eventually cut out refined sugars, alcohol, and smoking from your life, and your sexual health will greatly benefit. Some important nutrients you want to make sure you're getting. You want to make sure you're getting your essential minerals. So for male hormonal health and sexual health, the most important minerals are zinc, magnesium, boron, and selenium. You can find a high quality supplement to get these. Zinc is rich in foods like pumpkin seeds and a lot of seafoods. Brazil nuts have all the selenium you need for a day in one Brazil nut. You also want to make sure you're getting vitamin D3. This is a very important nutrient for hormonal production, hormonal health, and your immune system. Also, you want to make sure you're getting nitric oxide building foods in your body. Nitric oxide is what dilates the blood vessels in your body, increases blood flow, and this will dramatically improve your erections. So some common foods that can really improve your nitric oxide production are watermelon and celery. Other foods I recommend increasing in your diet are leafy greens, asparagus, and okra. Both asparagus and okra help to clean out the blood vessels, remove plaque that's built up in the arteries, which will increase your blood flow. Pumpkin seeds, again, pumpkin seeds are essential for male sexual health. I also recommend black sesame seeds and hemp seeds. These are loaded with essential minerals and will really improve your hormonal production. Goji berries, Brazil nuts, again. You also want to make sure you're getting omega-3s in your diet. Some good supplements for this are cod liver oil. Borage oil is also a fantastic supplement. Borage oil helps increase the level of prostaglandins in the body, beneficial prostaglandins, which will increase the flow of blood in your body. Some herbs you can take to boost your testosterone, boost your blood flow are pine pollen, Tongkat Ali, tribulus, horny goat weed, also known as epimedium, maca root, schisandra, and ginseng. I prefer to take American ginseng, Korean ginseng, Chinese ginseng. It's too stimulating for me. It gives me insomnia. The second essential for solid erections is stress management. This is very, very important. We live in an overstimulated, overworking world, right? And one of the keys to sexual health and especially, sexual performance is to be able to function primarily in the parasympathetic state. This is a state of the nervous system, right? You're either in fight or flight mode, sympathetic nervous system state, or you're in rest and digest mode, parasympathetic. When you're in fight or flight, it's difficult to have an erection or to maintain an erection because your body's in a state of stress and self-protection. And I think this is one of the main issues impacting male sexual health in our world is this overwhelming amount of stress, So do whatever you can to limit stress from your life. Turn off the news, spend more time in nature, take vacations, try to add in some stillness into your life, right? Where you're just like sitting on the grass, watching the clouds go by, listening to the birds sing, practicing meditation, adding more rest to your life. This will really, really help you reduce your stress levels and have better sexual health. I recommend spending a minimum of an hour in nature every day. Your body can easily get into a more restful, healing state when you're out in nature because when we're in the city, we're surrounded by all this noise, EMF radiation coming from our Wi-Fi, from our phones, other people's emotions, and just it's a very chaotic state, right? So when you get out into nature, you're able to kind of clear and get into a balanced, calm state. And this scientifically has been proven to improve your mood, your ability to think clearly. It's beneficial for your hormonal levels. Basically, spending time in nature is very important. Make sure you get enough sleep. Most people need, at least 8 hours of sleep per night. So if you're cutting down on sleep in your life to try to be more productive, your vitality and your health is going to be in debt to this. The third essential to solid erections is sun exposure. This is very, very important. And this kind of goes in line with, spending time in nature. Our bodies were not designed to sit inside of, steel cages all day. We're not designed to be cut off from nature. Our bodies were designed to interact with nature. When we walk through forests, there's certain chemicals that are released in our bodies that make us feel good. And especially getting sun on our skin is very important. Sun exposure to the genitals directly has been shown to boost testosterone levels up to 200%, which will have a very, beneficial effect on your erection quality. Sun exposure is essential for the body's ability to produce vitamin D. We get vitamin D from sunlight. This is, again, an essential nutrient for hormonal support, for sexual vitality, for your immune system, your mood, your energy levels, everything. Right now, people in the world are chronically sunlight deficient, and this leads to depression. It leads to a compromised immune system, reduced sexual vitality. We're seeing a lot of this in the world right now. So it's very, very important to get some sun when you can. Obviously, this can be difficult if you're, in a cold climate. When it's winter, you do what you can, but it's been scientifically proven that exposure to a full spectrum of light, which you get from sunlight, improves the cellular function in the body. It boosts your sexual vitality. I guarantee if you're not used to getting sun exposure, if you slowly start to acclimate yourself to getting sunlight directly on your skin, at least 15, 20, 30 minutes a day, your energy levels, your sexual vitality will significantly start to improve, your mood overall. Fourth essential for solid erection is exercise. Cardio exercise is very important for improving circulation, improving blood flow, and also for improving the production of nitric oxide in the body. Again, nitric oxide is a vasodilator. It improves the flow of blood in the body. Better blood flow equals better erections. It's as simple as that. So it's time to, get on the treadmill, get on your bike, and to start getting your blood moving. This is very, very important. Some of my favorite forms of cardio are using an elliptical, sprinting. I really like sprinting. It's very effective and you don't have to spend as much time doing it. I also like to ride my bike around, do some hill climbs, things like that. Those are my favorite ways to get cardio. 3-4 days a week, do an intense cardio workout, and you will see a significant improvement in your energy, your mood, and your erection quality over time. Strength training is also really great for hormonal support, working the major muscle groups of the body. Doing squats, doing bench presses, compound lifts helps to really improve your human growth hormone, your testosterone production. It will really improve your sexual vitality. Highly recommend doing some strength training. Avoid sitting sitting for long periods of time. There's a saying that sitting is the new smoking. Because desk jobs, working at computers become so common, our bodies were not designed to be sitting down all day, and certain health issues start to arise from this. The body becomes stagnant. The blood is not moving as it should be, right? And specifically, this leads to imbalances in the pelvic floor, which has a negative impact on your sexual health. It causes congestion in the prostate, all kinds of things that happen from sitting down for long periods of time. So if you do have a job or something where you have to sit down for long periods, try to get up and move around every 20, 30 minutes, very, very important. And when you're not working, then move your body. Again, go to the gym, get your cardio in, move your blood. Some erection issues can be caused by imbalances in the pelvic floor. And usually these are one of two categories. The first being excessively weak pelvic floor muscles. So your pelvic floor is kind of atrophied because again, you're sitting down too much. Blood is not flowing properly through the pelvic floor area and into the penis. So the remedy for this is to start doing Kegel type of exercises. Check out my video on how to do Kegels properly. The other pelvic floor issue that contributes to weak erections is hypertension in the pelvic floor, meaning that the pelvic floor is in this chronically contracted state. It cannot relax. Therefore, without the relaxation, blood cannot properly flow into it and experience maximum erection. This can also contribute to premature ejaculation. So if your pelvic floor is extremely tense, this can also be caused by sitting for long periods of time, by poor masturbation habits, or by doing too many Kegels. Releasing tension in the pelvic floor can be done with reverse Kegels and other pelvic floor exercises. Again, check out my video on how to do Kegels. Doing squats and stretching and opening the hip area, the lower body, yoga type of practices is extremely beneficial for opening up the pelvic floor, bringing more blood in here and resolving some of these pelvic floor dysfunctions. So again, stretching and doing squats are very, very beneficial to your pelvic floor health. Now there's specific exercises that can be done to improve the flow of blood through the penis. And there's a lot of these being promoted. Some are actually quite dangerous. The most common one is jelqing. The issue with jelqing is that it forces blood through the penis in the wrong direction. So the way that blood flows naturally through the penis is that it flows into the penis, typically fills up through the corpus spongiosum. It moves into the penis through the spongiosum, which is on the underside of the penis. And then it flows out of the penis through the dorsal veins, which are on the top of the penis. Jelqing shoves blood through all of these vessels in the wrong direction for many of them. It can cause damage to your penis. It can cause blood vessels to rupture and can basically injure you over time, right? I used to promote this jelqing exercise, but after doing a lot of research on it and, having hit or miss results with it myself, I no longer promote the conventional jelqing technique. I'm going to share with you a practice you can use instead, which is similar, but will help you to increase blood flow through the penis in the proper way. And this is very important. If you want to have better erections, then you need to exercise your penis, right? Increase the blood flow. So I'm going to show you an exercise to do this directly. All right. Example, here's a penis, right? Typically jelqing, you're kind of like squeezing the whole penis, right? And shoving blood through it, right? And again, the problem is that it forces blood in the wrong direction, can damage yourself. So what you want to do is, if this is the penis, this is the underside here, the spongiosum. Grip it in the same way, but leverage your finger in a way so that you're only placing pressure against the underside of the penis, and then move the blood through the penis so that you don't feel the top of the penis is having blood shoved through it, only the underside of the penis. So you squeeze and kind of leverage your finger in a way that it moves blood through the spongiosum. So do this for about 10 minutes at a time. Take a day off in between using this exercise. You can increase the amount of time you do it, but if you do this consistently 3-4 days a week, minimum of 10 minutes each time you do it, you can start to add more time, add up to 15-20 minutes of doing this practice after a couple weeks of doing it. If you do this consistently, it will start to dramatically increase the blood flow through your penis and increase the blood vessel development in your penis, leading to better erection. So there's an exercise you can start using to directly exercise the penis and improve your erection quality. The fifth essential in solid erections is dopamine balancing. So basically there's many different types of erectile dysfunction. There's the more physical types of erectile dysfunction, which are linked to things I've talked about already, your diet, your free flow of blood through the body, exercise, things like that. But now we're seeing men in their 20s who are completely healthy and are experiencing erectile dysfunction. So it is not caused by physical imbalances in the body. It's often caused more by psychological imbalances and brain chemistry imbalances. So dopamine is the reward chemical in the brain. It's usually released when you've accomplished something, right? But the problem with our technological society is that interacting on social media and watching porn releases dopamine levels. And every time you click on a new porn video or you look at a picture of a new girl on Instagram, you get hit after hit of dopamine released. It starts to burn out your dopamine receptors. And this leads to what I call sexual ADD, right? Where normal sexual interactions no longer excite you because what you require for sexual stimulation is now so exaggerated because you have this access to massive libraries of porn videos. So being there physically with a partner doesn't excite you in the same way, or at least maybe it does for a little bit. You initially feel excited, but then you're unable to keep your focus on the excitement and you lose your erection, right? So too much porn, too much social media can really imbalance your brain chemistry, your dopamine, and lead to this type of issue. So the cure for this is to rewire your brain and your nervous system by doing a dopamine detox. You can check out my video on dopamine detox, but basically you cut out social media, stop watching porn, cut out these activities that lead to this quick, instant dopamine fix. And this can help you start to rewire yourself to more natural sexual stimulation and balance out your brain chemistry so you can have normalized erections again. All right, and then my final essential for solid erections is confidence. Again, the penis is a microcosm of the man's body. So if you are not confident in the bedroom, then your penis is not going to be confident either, and erections can be an issue, right? Performance anxiety is a very real thing. And this is a very common cause for men being unable to have erections, is they're overthinking, they're nervous about it. The very thought of what if I can't get an erection is enough to make it a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You're worried about it, you get yourself into fight or flight mode, and you can't get an erection. So the remedy to this, of course, is using the guidelines I've shared above. When you're putting all of these things into your lifestyle, you're exercising your penis, you're spending time in nature, reducing stress, and you start to see the benefits in your erection quality, you will become much more confident in the bedroom. Learning to relax your body and your mind before sex is very important, because if you're in your mind, you're thinking about it, you're worrying, you get ungrounded, you get disconnected from your body, and you start to put energy into these thoughts, they start to manifest, right? So this is where stress reduction, stress management training becomes very helpful. Meditation, Qigong practices, things like this, which I teach in other videos, are very helpful for developing a very zen mind that you can bring into the bedroom. And then one last thing I found very helpful personally is taking on a more dominant role during sex. Some men have a hard time really stepping into their masculine nature, being able to take control, really throw your partner on the bed and just having your way with her, right? Of course, if it's consensual, she must be open to that, right? But taking on this more masculine dominant role, it can be very exciting. It really puts you in that masculine polarity, and you might be surprised at what that does for your erections. I've noticed that whenever I take on a very dominant role during sex, my erections are always rock hard. All right, guys, there you have it, my 6 essentials for solid erections. I know it's a lot of information. You don't have to do everything I've mentioned here, but I think it's a good holistic view of all of the different factors that can be affecting your sexual health. So just to sum it up, the 6 essentials are diet, exercise, stress management, sun exposure, dopamine regulation, and confidence. So have fun with that. If you want to learn a full penis exercise routine that's based on increasing the blood flow through the corpus spongiosum that will massively improve the blood vessel development in your penis, improving your erections, I share a full sequential routine in my online course, Multi-Orgasmic Man, as well as many other practices for building sexual endurance, having non-ejaculatory orgasms, and lasting for hours in bed. So find out more information about this course in the link in the video description below. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. Have a great day, my friends.